Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for all the support you've been on my channel, all the support you've shown to me. Today, I'm just going to be, it's kind of just a yap sesh. I'm gonna be organizing some of the bulk that I have to in order for me to list it. Today we are working on Paradox Rift. I have quite the stack here. It's the stack I have. Not too bad, but there's a lot to organize. Went to Destined Rivals pre-release this past weekend. Went 2-2. So didn't do amazingly, but it was a fun time. I got the Misties and the Team Rocket's Coughing pre-con deck. The first game I decked out myself, so through Misty Gyarados. So that was my fault. Could have probably should have went 3-1, or because of the different matchups, I probably would have maybe gone worse, maybe 1-3, or but yeah, that's not really what this video is about though. Recently, there's been a lot of Discord on the Pokemon YouTube, whatever you want to call it, that talks about real Pokemon fans. People who sell Pokemon cards have been labeled as scalpers or not real fans or just doing it for the money, which I don't think it's my place here or there to judge whether someone is a real fan or not, but this is my formal application on being a real fan of Pokemon. So how I got into Pokemon, there's a few thoughts in my mind. Growing up, my family owned the VHS copy of some of the Indigo League episodes, so I know for sure we had the VHS copies from the beginning till Misty, till Ash went to Cerulean, Celadon. One of those two. Cerulean, I think, is the water type gym, where he fights. Well, he goes to fight Misty's sisters, but they've all been defeated by Gary. So my family had those, and then we had a couple of other ones. One where they're at the Pokemon training tent with the Sandshrew that lifts the dumbbells, and then had one of the Sabrina's gym battle one, the first one, not the actual. I don't know if they get into the actual gym battle or not. Maybe they start, but we had that episode on VHS. And then getting into the games, maybe in second grade, third grade, one of those years, I was gifted a Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance had Pokemon Emerald in it as the game. So Pokemon Emerald was my first game, or my first Pokemon game. Yeah, my first Pokemon game. And because of that, and because of that, Emerald, and then I played Leaf Green. I honestly don't think I've ever finished Leaf Green before. I think there was a point in the game where you have to go along the story, but I didn't have the guidebook and I didn't know how to get past a certain point. But yeah, kind of like in Emerald, how you had to go from, once you got to Team Aqua's hideout, you have to go back and then back again, and then you're able to get to Moss Deep after that, I think, is the I don't remember the city names. Maybe I'm not a real Pokemon fan. But yeah, that's kind of my introduction to Pokemon was those games. After that, my parents got me and my brother a DS, and we were able to play Pokemon. I think I had Diamond and my brother had Pearl. I did not play Platinum, or if I did, I didn't finish Platinum. I think I might own Platinum, but we didn't finish it. And then I played Black, the Black and White generation, but I didn't play Black and White 2. And then after that, is that when the 3DS came out? The 3DS came out. I didn't play the first generation of 3DS, which I think is X and Y. And then I played Sun and Moon. And then the first generation of the Switch, Sword and Shield, I did not play. And then I bought a Switch to play Arceus, and then to eventually play Scarlet and Violet. So, growing up, I've always played the Pokemon games. I guess not always. My family's not well off enough, or my parents didn't allocate their money to getting us the newest console at release time. So we kind of skipped out the first generation of each console. LP. Maybe I shouldn't make videos like this because now I'm just like focus on too many things at once. But I don't know, it's kind of fun just yapping to right now myself, just kind of talking, but eventually he'll be able to watch this. But yeah, I bought cards here and there growing up. My parents gifted me cards here and there growing up. And then in 2020, when there's an obvious spike in Pokemon card sales, I remember my first trade, which I don't think is in my favor now that I think about it. I kind of wish I didn't do the trade, but it was like at a time where, and even currently now, if people really want a card that I have, I'm okay taking the lower end of the deal with people. But yeah, that first trade during 2020 was with a friend. He was really into buying and selling Pokemon cards, and at the time I was just like, oh, Pokemon cards are nice. So I just showed him my binder. I had a Gold Star Groudon in what seemed to be very good condition, if I remember at the time. And he traded me a first edition Vileplume and from Jungle, and like a PSA 8, like just a throwaway Latios promo card. But yeah, no hate to my friend either. Like, I am always okay doing deals that maybe I don't always come out on top. But yeah, it was a good time back when Pokemon was starting to get back into popularity. And then I took a couple of years break from Pokemon, and now Pokemon is popular again, and I'm back in again. So I guess you could say I'm kind of like just riding the wave of popularity. But yeah, I did grow up playing Pokemon, and now I am selling Pokemon cards on TCG Player. Maybe I am just doing it to make some money and just ride the wave of popularity like I said a couple times already. But it's been fun. It's been fun, like, rekindling this love that I have for Pokemon OP. And yeah, it's been a good time. So I've always liked, out of the starters, whenever I play a game, I always pick the grass starter. I feel like the grass starters, more often than not, have been the best pick for the early games, for the early part of each game. And then towards the end, like, your team is built out, it doesn't matter. You'll always have a type matchup for anything that's thrown at you. But yeah, that's kind of why I picked the grass starters. And that first one, that first Pokemon game I played was Emerald, and Trico was an amazing pick. I really like Trico. Sceptile is my favorite Pokemon because of that, I think, and then Rayquaza is my favorite legendary because that was also my childhood legendary. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit about me, about why I like Pokemon, why I decided to collect Pokemon cards, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh, this video, probably not too long, doesn't feel like too long, but I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you around another time.